check, mic check. 1, 2, 3. Mic check. This is Something You Should Know podcast. I'm Bryan.
I'm Joe Nathan.
Joe Nathan. Sounds like two names. How was your weekend, bro?
My weekend, what'd I do? I was just chilling, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember what I did right now.
That's good.
Yeah, what about you? Oh, it was your birthday Monday?
Yeah, it was
Monday?
my birthday. Tuesday.
Tuesday, nice.
Yeah, so big 2-1.
Big
21
2-1.
like Savage.
This is Brian's first beer.
It is my first beer.
Ever. No, kidding.
But we left off last episode talking about a bunch of conspiracy theories.
Oh, yep.
So me and Jonathan both were like, fuck it, let's do an episode on conspiracy theories. So we came up with about 4-ish ones. And we want to start off with, what did we say again?
What about the weather? The weather machine thing?
Oh, yeah, let's talk about that. You said it was your first time hearing about it.
Yeah, I never heard about it.
I had you watch a funny-ass Jesse Ventura video about it.
Yeah.
But even though that shit was hella fucking
Yeah. It was just true
scripted,
TV.
acted, whatever.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff they're saying was a lot of the stuff that was explained in theories that people that believe that HAARP can control the weather and can control earthquakes and stuff like that. Or can create earthquakes.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, HAARP is like this machine that transmits energy into the atmosphere, and then like that energy that gets transmitted into the atmosphere gets like either shot back down, or it can like interfere with like airplanes and satellites, stuff like that.
And also some of the things is it shoots, it's like 36,000 big old satellites, and it creates about like 1 billion watts of energy or something. They shoot it in the air, and then it heats up the atmosphere, and that's how they do it.
Yeah.
Sounds like a show or like a movie I've seen before of how like weather control would work.
Mm-hmm.
But also they also said with all that, like, was the waves, the sound waves of it is also can be used for mind control.
Yeah.
So let's start with the weather part first. First of all, you think it would be possible to even control the weather?
Maybe. But I don't know how.
Yeah, like it was just like it would be like kind of weird.
I guess that was the whole purpose of it. Like that's what they wanted to try to do, like provide rain in places where there was no rain, like Ethiopia or whatever.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. The creator of who thought about HAARP and was building it and all that, he said like he thought it would be good for the world.
Yeah.
You know, so places that are in droughts can, you know, just give them water and all that. I feel like scientifically that even if you wanted to control weather, you couldn't, because rain, at least, isn't there a cycle to it? Doesn't it come down, then it goes
That's
back
true,
into the
yeah.
earth, and that's isn't it? But I don't know if it's like refilled. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not sure either, but yeah, there's definitely precipitation that needs to happen.
Like I know there's for sure a cycle for it.
Yeah.
As for earthquakes, have you ever heard of that one? You ever heard of like
No.
creating earthquakes?
No.
I've heard it a lot since, especially when we're getting hit with them a bunch, and how a lot of the communities that were getting hit by all these earthquakes and hurricanes that was happening were low income neighborhoods.
So like they were targeting. They were getting targeted. Yeah.
That's what a lot of people were saying. That's the first time I ever heard about the conspiracy of like earthquakes being created and all that. I don't know if I believe that so much, but I feel like it's just a coincidence. I feel like it's also just could be a coincidence of where people live. Like, I mean, look at us. We're on the San Andreas Fault.
Yeah.
Like, we won't get fucked up.
Well, what would be the reason why the lower income communities were getting targeted to get hit with an earthquake?
I think some things I saw was just go homeless. Like, they're just taking up space. Like, once it gets wiped out, like, you can start building again. Because it's not like, I mean, unless you have good insurance, and it's not like it gets covered. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So that's the only thing I've heard about on why they would be targeted for that. I also haven't like fact checked that. Like, I feel like that's not fully true. Like, I know Florida has rich people in it, and I know they get hit with hurricanes and shit all the time.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. Um, if the weather, what was I gonna say? So let's go back to the weather thing, or yeah, just the weather thing. Do you believe it at all? Do you give it some kind of mind
Uh,
attention? Is it interesting at the fact that it's like all the way in Alaska and it was used
yeah,
to trying to was it to locate submarines?
that's what they
Right?
said.
Yeah, it
Like,
was used to locate submarines.
yeah. I think it's a real thing. I think it was like actually tested and stuff, like as
Mm-hmm.
a either a weapon or something to change the weather.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't know how much effect it currently has on the Earth and its
Yeah.
weather and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely think it's real.
Mm-hmm. I think the location also reminds me of where's Area 51 at? Or
Nevada,
yeah, right. It's in
yeah,
just the middle of like
in the
no,
desert,
yeah, it's just the
basically.
middle,
Yeah,
but it's in Alaska. It's like the middle of nowhere. Like it's
yeah.
next to a town with like 215 people.
Perfect spot for
To do it.
military tests and
Yeah, to
stuff.
whatever
Yeah,
the fuck you want.
exactly.
And it's also weird that like the military's involved, and it's not like it's a camp. Like it's literally just they just have
A base.
hella. Yeah, they just have hella satellites. They have what was it? Home. What was it? Open. Not home. Open home or something like that. What was it called?
Open field.
Something like that where people can come in every 2 years. And
Oh,
just,
tour, like a tour of the.
Yeah, a tour of the whole tour. Of the
Open
thing.
house.
Open house. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was just like, I mean, that seems kind of cool, I guess. And like, I guess they also said like it's they show a bunch of cool things, like this is what we're doing here,
Mm-hmm.
and it's real scientific, like scientific stuff. So I don't know, like I feel like there could be something sketchy there, but I feel like that for anything that's government like
Exactly.
protected and doesn't want to put a lot out there in the public.
Yeah. I think Area 51 has more secret activity, or
Oh, for
obviously
sure.
than Alaska. But yeah, I don't know about that weather thing. I have no idea. What do you think? You think it's being used a lot right now, or something?
Well, that video I showed you was
Yeah.
in 2008, maybe
Uh-huh.
earlier. So even today, it's still there today. I feel like there's still people researching it. People still wondering what it's about.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you think it has any potential to be used? Maybe against who are we kind of conflicting with right now? Iran. I mean, yeah, Iran. Right?
maybe something war. I mean, I'd hope we don't use it for war because then
Yeah.
I feel like other countries would be like, well, let us make one,
Yeah.
and it's just gonna be a whole fucking weather war.
Oh, that'd be terrible.
Like what?
Would you
Bro,
have?
imagine if there was a weather war though, and like
Yeah.
China was just like fuck California snow.
Yeah. I was
I'd be
gonna.
like, what?
I was gonna say, what would you, or what would be worse, like nuclear warfare or weather warfare? But obviously, nuclear warfare.
Yeah, bro, nuclear warfare would be scary. Bro, I was thinking about that when I was driving home. Right, I was driving. I was like, what if I was stuck in traffic and like. Because you know how people say like, oh, if we're getting nuked or whatever, we're getting
Yeah.
bombed, we have some kind of shit that will shoot it out the air and like protect us,
Yeah, yeah,
whatnot. I don't believe in that. So like, if some shit like a nuke, a meteor, some shit just started coming down, I was stuck in traffic, just boom. I
Yeah.
feel like it'd be out of nowhere. Like,
oh, for sure.
I feel like I
It'd
would
be
just
so fast.
yeah. I feel like I wouldn't even be able to think about what's going on. It would just
No, you would maybe see the initial, or see or feel the initial impact, and then like a couple seconds later, you'll feel like the wave of the.
yeah. That's
The
what I'm saying. I
nuke,
feel like I
yeah.
wouldn't even be able to think about what the fuck is going on. I just see it, be like, what is that, and
Yeah.
then just death. Like yeah.
And I think that shit goes for like miles, or for
Oh, yeah,
sure
I think-
miles. But I wonder how much
Bro,
specifically.
there's this website where you could do a nuke and you can nuke anywhere in the world and it'll show you how big of the nuke. Bro, it shows you the
Yeah.
list of all the kinds of nukes there are. It's crazy.
Damn.
It's a lot. It seems kind of sketchy because
Yeah.
like the biggest one goes for miles, like you said.
Yeah. How long did you spend on that site?
Like 30, 45.
35.
Shut your ass. But bro, speaking of that sidebar, but
Yeah.
you know Japan was supposed to never be here. I never knew like after Hiroshima,
Yeah.
Japan was next. And we were really about to bomb the fuck out of Japan
Really?
during that whole time. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then Japan was, or like China, Japan. Yeah. Japan was like, no, we're good.
Mhm. Japan isn't Hiroshima in Japan?
Tokyo. Never mind.
You're talking about
Tokyo.
Tokyo.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
talking about Tokyo. You're right.
That would
Yeah.
suck. No anime.
Bro, imagine if like, yeah, bro. And I was thinking about it. I was like, damn, like we really like Tokyo really would have been just nothing.
Yeah.
Actually, I've never been to Hiroshima. I'm pretty sure people still live there, but like it wouldn't be Tokyo.
Yeah.
So I thought that was crazy. But back to this. The other thing to this was the mind control. I don't believe that.
Yeah. That's a stretch for
You
that
think
to
it's a
be a
stretch?
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same.
People would notice for sure.
Really?
I think.
You think?
Like if someone was being mind controlled or like a community was being mind controlled, or maybe they wouldn't realize it. They'd like have amnesia or something, but I think they'd realize it. I don't know.
I wonder how mind control works. Would you ever let someone like do some? What's that little
Hypnosis?
hypnosis on you?
Yeah, just cause. But I don't know.
Do you believe in mind control though? Hypnosis, mind control,
Hypnosis.
being able. Like,
Not really. I guess the only control I believe in on someone else's mind is like influence and like unconscious influence or like subconscious. You know what I mean? Like you're not directly telling them to do something, but maybe like monkey see, monkey do type shit. Like I guess you see someone drinking or you see someone doing something, you're like, oh, now I'm craving a like cigarette, let's say. Like you see someone smoking and like someone, and then like you're like, oh, now I'm craving a cigarette or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think that's as far as I believe in mind control.
What about when they call not mind tricking, but
Illusions.
people call it toxic. What is it called? When you're being
Manipulated.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Do you what the difference between manipulated and mind control?
Manipulated is like you're playing with someone's emotions, I guess. I think. Yeah, that's pretty similar to mind control, yeah.
Which can kind of like can kind of like if you do it right. I'm not saying it's good, no.
No, that's definitely a form of mind control, manipulating someone. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, like, I don't believe the mind control. I think that's a stretch, especially with like the mind waves. Even the example they were saying, like, he was just like, I hear music or I hear sound in the front of my head
coming out of my forehead. Yeah.
Well, even
that's like direct. That was directly on him, though.
Yeah, that was directly on him. I just like, I don't know, like
that kind of seems like it would work being like so direct, but for it to be like control a whole community just through the air, like that's crazy.
That'd be a lot.
Yeah,
I feel like that's what people were saying about 5G. Well, not mind control, but you know, like saying like 5G is gonna be like it's just fucked up. There's a bunch of more waves, like whatnot.
Yeah. It would have been bad for us. They're saying
that's bad for us. Yeah. That's gonna be bad for us or whatever. I just feel like it's gonna be stronger signals to our phone.
That makes sense though. I've heard like radio towers and like the power lines transmitting radiation to the people that like live under them, and like the people that live under them like are more prone to like cancer and stuff. So that makes sense.
I've heard that too. Yeah. That's crazy. The with these wavelengths can like people
they mess with your
thing, can give you cancer. Have you ever heard about earbuds? Like the earbuds we wear, like those, like the type of waves those have too.
Yeah, I think I've heard of that.
It's interesting, but yeah.
Yeah, because you know how like radiation, kind of, is like known to lead to cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Because like it messes with your DNA and shit.
Yeah.
Like your cells.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, I mean that's about all I got with the weather, earthquakes and all that. What about you?
Yeah.
Cool.
Now to Bryan with the traffic.
Oh, shut the fuck up. All right. This kind of ties in back into the weather earthquake thing and flat Earth. This would kind of like, if this was real, like the weather and earthquake stuff, it would be a good reason to believe that the Earth is flat, because now it's other people controlling like this whole Earth.
Yeah, and like the perception of Earth.
Yeah, perception of Earth, weather,
It's all an illusion.
earthquakes. Yeah.
No, I don't believe that. I think the Earth is round for sure.
Bro, but we've never like been around the world.
It's like, have you been to space? Have you seen Earth from?
Nah, but no.
No, I'm saying like that's people's argument. That's like flat earthers' argument. They're like, have you been to space and seen how, like that the Earth's actually round?
I'm not like a flat earther, but I'm one of those people that's like I want to see it to believe
you question everything.
Not even that. It's just like like it is curious to me that we've never been around the world. No one's ever been around the world.
What do you mean?
The closest person to fly all the way around the world
yeah.
is Amelia Earhart.
Yeah.
And even like she didn't make it because she died.
Damn.
So, like, you know, could have been some shit.
Mm-hmm.
But also, it's also weird. I saw this other video that was saying that like, I think flights from somewhere in Asia or something, that they have to go down and then up and then I don't know. Have you ever seen the map of
like they can't go straight?
Yeah, like they can't go straight to like their destination. They have to go like down and then up. Have you ever seen the flat Earth map?
No, no. There's a map.
Yeah, there's a map because think about it, it wouldn't be circle anymore. It would all be like flat out. Yeah. So the way the map I saw, it would make sense you have to take a different route. You can't just go straight towards around. And so that's one of the big theories I've heard about flat earthers. What are the ones I've ever heard? Have you ever heard of any?
No, that just goes back to people thinking like they can take someone to the edge of the earth. Did you ever hear about that?
Mm-mm.
Like if they wanted to like punish someone, like I'm talking about like not millions, but like thousands of years ago when they thought that, or they had no idea that the earth was round.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they would take people to the edge of the earth and throw them off. But then when they went to go do that, they just like, there was never an end because there was never like an edge of the earth that they could throw them off of. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like that's proof, or I guess an example of proof that it's round, because they couldn't throw people off the edge of the earth even though they tried.
I hate you. When was this? When was
I heard this like
when did this happen?
Like they threatened to throw people off the edge of the earth. That's
this sounds like something that would be in the Bible.
Damn near.
Nah, I'm playing. What's another thing I've heard? The moon. It's a
fake.
hologram. Yeah, it's fake.
A fucking
you got a fake, bro. You never seen the moon glitch?
No.
Bro, I've seen that shit. I was looking at it one time and it just went. Shh.
You're tripping.
Nah, bro, dead ass.
On another note,
no, I'm playing. But that it would be so. Flat earthers do believe that we live in a dome. We live in a dome, and our sky is just all a hologram. It's a TV screen, all like that. And pretty much they got the AC and heater on during this fucking summer and winter and stuff like that.
I don't know. I can't say. I've never been to space, so I can't say. But
damn, so you're one of those people. You got to see it to believe it.
You're turning me into a flat earther, dude. No, but
what else was I saying?
The Red Bull guy that went to the Earth had a GoPro on when he's like skydived from a satellite. You never heard of that? The guy, like, he was like getting sponsored by Red Bull, and then he went to some satellite up in space and like dove down into the Earth, onto Earth from space.
That's bullshit.
No, there's a video on YouTube.
Like, that's straight bullshit. What?
All right, I'll show you after. There's a video on YouTube. This guy jumps from space.
He's telling me this dude jumped from space.
He skydives. He catches on fire.
Earth.
He catches on fire like a meteor, bro.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
All right, is he in space or is he still in like the atmosphere of the Earth?
No, he's in space. Like,
is he wearing a spacesuit?
Yeah, for sure. He had to be to.
Does he got a dome? Is he Iron Man? Full sounds like Iron Man with the.
Damn near no, but he was wearing a suit. He was wearing a suit and everything. Like,
no, I never seen that though. No,
yeah.
What?
And he was sponsored by Red Bull.
All right, what if it's deeper than that? What if the dome is higher than that?
Shit, it just goes to even further questioning. I don't know.
Nah, I'm playing. I do want to watch that video. You guys show me the video after.
Yeah.
What's another one I've heard? Oh yeah. So like, apparently, if you're, especially in Long Beach, you can see it. If you're in Long Beach, there's like an island you should be able to see because there's a curve, right?
Yeah.
And like, for some reason, I forgot the whole exact thing, but you shouldn't be able to see a certain distance.
Yeah.
Because at some point it'll start curving.
Yeah.
And since there's no curve, it's flat.
So you can see it.
So yeah, as I was saying, like, just so there's a certain distance, and like if the world was round, it should be curving at a certain like miles away.
Mm-hmm.
Or even like when you're in an airplane, you should be able to see the world curving. But
Yeah.
what do you think about that, huh?
You're saying if you're in an airplane, you should see the world curving, but
At least a little tiny bit. It shouldn't just be all flat.
like on the horizon, right?
Yeah, you should be able to see a horizon.
The only thing I have to say about that is like you're curving with the Earth, like you're remaining in orbit to the Earth. You know what I mean?
I think it's
like,
just bullshit.
What you think it's like, that's bullshit, man? What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, I get that. I guess. I mean, I guess. Like, I don't see how like you can be curving with, or what do you say? Curving
with the Earth because you're gravitating. Gravity is like pulling you to the Earth. So you got Earth, and then you're not gonna fly straight, like with the Earth. You know?
Yeah, but shouldn't you see the ground curve?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can see that. Like,
nah, bro.
Like, let's say you're at a beach and you're looking out, like it looks like infinite past the beach, right, or past the water. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it just looks flat.
Yeah, it looks flat. Fuck, dude, I don't know. I think if it was flat, you'd be at.
Yeah, see, bro, you don't even know. See, look, world's flat as shit.
You'd be able to see like where. No, I don't fucking know.
Bro, see, got him. 1 point for me.
Fuck. Earth is flat.
That's about all the conspiracy I got for flat Earth. What about you?
I don't know. Yeah, that's it.
But you believe it? Like, what if we're like, what's the other thing that people say? We're in a simulation. We're just a video game. So that would kind of go with flat Earth. Like, if we were in a dome, people were just playing video games with us. Like, we just Sims.
What's it called? Fuck. Breaking my head right now. But I think the simulation goes deeper. Like with the fuck. I don't know.
Look at you. You don't even know.
I don't.
Damn. Yeah. That's 2 for me. You know, proving your point. I think flat Earth is one.
What do you have to say about life being in a simulation?
I think it's possible. You know, I think with some more, like how close we're getting to. Oh, what did Elon Musk say? Did he say that if we can create our own simulation, then we're not in one, or that we are in one?
Ooh, I'm not sure.
Or was it that if we can never create a real life simulation, then we are in one? Something like that. He said something like that, but I believe that. I feel like how fast like we're moving towards like, I mean, we can create simulations, certain type of simulations, but you know, I feel like in 10 years we're gonna be way more advanced than ever.
I would think it's if we can make simulations, then we are in a simulation. I think that makes sense. Like, have you seen that Rick and Morty episode where Rick makes like an Earth or makes like a world, and then that world makes a world, and then that world like makes a world, and then he like visits it, and then the people there realize that he made that, and then they like try to kill him or something. But like, you know, it's like,
oh, okay, I get
like
you
on some like Inception shit. Like,
oh, so okay, that does make sense. If we're able to make our own simulation, then we're in a simulation.
Yeah, like something created us, something press start, and then like the way I think of it is like someone pressed start on us, like the Big Bang, and then everything just started like unfolding, and then
they just let it play out.
And either they have the power to compress the time and see like where things started and where things end, or they're like, yeah, that's how I see it. It's like they have a different ratio of time perception.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I think that's what he said, because I remember he said it during a conference or something like that. But let's just piggyback off that because I think we're done with the whole what we were talking about before.
Flat Earth.
Flat Earth.
Yeah.
We did want to talk about aliens and shit, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that we can piggyback off it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
What like what do you have you ever seen a UFO? Something like that?
Nah.
You ever heard stories of someone saying like they saw something that kind of looks like a UFO?
Not personally, but I've seen just like on TV and stuff, and all of them seem like almost the same. Like they don't have any proof to it, I guess. So
my brother says he thinks he saw a UFO.
Really?
He said he was hanging out with his friends like when he was younger.
Yeah.
And they were on a trampoline. They were just like laying down on the trampoline looking up, and then he saw like something like it looked small, but like it was a circle and it was spinning, and then it just left. I was like, whoa. Damn. I was like, what? But
I wonder how it would feel to see something like that. Just be tripped out.
You'd freak out?
Yeah, I'd probably freak out. I'd probably get paralyzed by seeing something like that. I'd be like,
damn, really?
Just keep
shit yourself?
I wouldn't shit myself. I'd just be like stuck. Like, whoa.
Nah, I get what you mean. Think it's possible? You believe in aliens?
I'd like to think there's I don't know about aliens, like things different than us, or maybe, but that's like often a different like fucking universe. I think we have our universe, and then there are different universes and like parallel universes, stuff like that. I don't know. I don't have any proof for that, but that's just like a theory, I guess.
If there were other universes, though, we wouldn't be able to like
see them. I don't think so.
Them, no. Right? Yeah.
I think even like that, like just brings me to like talking about like light speed. If we were able to travel at light speed,
then it would be possible. Because any other universes hella far. Like if there was another universe, it'd be hella far than ours. Yeah. Because our universe is fucking.
Because there's galaxies, and then like the other galaxies, like we can't even visit other galaxies. So
we could barely go to Mars.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the thing I've heard about aliens mostly is just like because of the endless possibilities when it comes to space. Like there's no way we could be the only living civilization out there.
Yeah.
But like back to the alien thing, like do you think aliens live among us or are they just watching us and they're just like, look at these dummies, look at these little ants?
I would say more so watching us. Like
watching because?
Because?
Why do you think they're watching you?
Because they created us. Like this, like back on that simulation thing, like something that created us is like watching us. Like for example, God, I guess, like the creator, yeah.
So you think alien? Do you believe that, or you think that's a possibility?
What I think that's a possibility. Because like what's like space is infinite, but what the hell is infinity? I guess.
That's true.
Yeah. What about like going through a black hole? You think going through a black hole and surviving that would take us somewhere else? Like, I guess to another universe?
I don't know. I would do it.
I'd do it.
If I'm like 80, 60. I'm like 60. If I reach 60.
After you've lived life.
Just dump me in there a little bit. Yeah. I'll let y'all know.
I'd for sure be down.
Let y'all know. I'd just be like,
Deuces. See you in the next life.
Nah, but black hole, I don't know. I feel like it's for sure 50-50 chance. If it was possible, though, I think you send people who don't care anymore about their lives. They're just like,
have you seen Interstellar?
Nah.
You haven't seen Interstellar?
Though.
It's like 3 hours, and he goes, or I won't spoil it. But yeah, there's like some trans-dimensional shit, I guess. And it's pretty dope. It's a dope movie.
Do you believe in so you do believe in multiple universes, right?
Yes.
Do you believe in those multiple universes? There's like a different us, or is it just completely like separate? No connection at all.
Mm-hmm. I think there is a connection. I think there would be a connection, I guess, like in terms of parallel universes.
Oh, that doesn't mean parallel. You believe in parallel universes? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, like parallel, and like everything we've done is being done, and like done slightly different. Like reach there. Maybe I don't in the next universe or something. I don't know. Like just infinite possibilities. Like if space is infinite, then like the things we do, or like I don't know. It's too much to think about.
And you can't think.
I can't.
Back to the aliens thing. Also, what we talked about last week was when I brought up we talked about my Spanish class. Do you think aliens used to live on Earth?
No.
And then no.
I think we're just.
But then what about like last week we were talking about the pyramids and all this crazy stuff that was built?
I think humans were just bored. They just didn't have anything else to do.
Damn, bro, the pyramids are fat though. You ever been to the pyramids in Mexico?
No, and I want to. I want to see all that.
I heard they're fat. I heard they're like big. They're pretty nice.
Yeah,
but yeah, I've heard even like the ones in Egypt, the pyramids. Those are mainly.
Like the Sphinx. The Sphinx.
Shit, yeah, that too.
That's dope.
You think people were just bored? Humans were just bored and just like, let's do it.
I think so. Just because, like, or maybe I think that obviously had a reason to do it. Maybe for like religious purposes. Maybe like God, like whatever they saw as God. They were like, oh, God, I don't fucking know, dude.
Nah, I get what you mean. What about do you think it's possible that they had like tools that we just never found? Also, that helped them.
Yeah, like technology. Yeah.
Maybe even like I wouldn't say tech. I wouldn't believe that they had tech.
Maybe not.
We even had advanced tech as we had, but maybe they had like some kind of tool that could really help them make it. But they just got lost. Like it was years ago. Like we haven't found it.
Or it was also organic that it just got put back into the earth.
Yeah.
Like some sort of crane type thing. I don't know. You know.
Yeah, that too. Like so.
I think it was all just labor though. Just like care and shit.
That'd be many. If it was really all carried, that'd be many.
Hell yeah.
Cause I'm trying to think of other examples. Like I forgot what time period like the Egyptian pyramids were built, but you would have to find other something to kind of compare it to, especially to like the closest thing we've made that big today.
I would think skyscrapers. Like when I think of pyramids then, like I think of like skyscrapers now.
Like the Empire State Building. Like we made that like I don't know about 60s, maybe earlier, but like maybe after.
Yeah. Like I think in pyramids they stored like mummies, like stuff like that. Was that like the only thing they put in pyramids?
I feel like they had the mummies, but they also had like stuff like decorated around it, like stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah, even that stuff is kind of hidden too. Yeah. Like it's very like, nah, this is sacred. Yeah. So the answer could actually still possibly be there.
Why do you think those things are sacred? Why do you think they decided to like store them? Or
because humans suck.
Because humans suck.
Like we just gonna grab it, take it to a museum, steal it, like do what usual museums.
No, but why do you think it was important to preserve that? I guess preserve the things they put in pyramids. Like, why do you think they thought it was important? You know, like
that could actually go back to. Actually, no, this isn't kind of what you said, but kind of like that cycle thing of like something happening. Like I feel like you could fit a village in a pyramid.
Damn near, yeah.
Or like maybe something crazy was happening.
I'm pretty sure they probably only put like leaders of their
probably like the most wealthiest and like the people who can really like afford it and all that.
Important people, yeah.
Hey, I mean, even kind of just like bringing that up just kind of makes me think about like the whole 2012 thing when people were making bunkers. Yeah. Like where the pyramids are made for like some big old bunker.
Maybe,
it was a bunker. Some.
That's true.
But that's just for Egypt. I mean, like, but they do have a lot of like big built things. So I wouldn't mean that. I don't think it's that far fetched to say like they were just. I wouldn't even say just bored, but like they were really smart and knew of a way to make it. Yeah. Conservatively, how to build everything. They conservatively learned how to build everything together, less energy and all that. Cause like you said, like they made like what 3-4 pyramids, I think.
Plus the Sphinx.
And
that wasn't even. That's not even talking about like the Southern Native Americans. That was just Egyptians. Like
No,
the ruins.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like in South America, there's a lot of the ruins and all that too.
I think it had a lot to do with religion and representing their god, I guess.
Is there a lot of things is there anything like that in El Salvador?
I'm not sure, but I know like in Mexico, like the Aztecs made sacrifices like on top of those ruins and pyramids and stuff. So that's some importance, I guess, they carried.
I'm trying to think of where else. I feel like Africa might have a couple, like, not pyramids, but they might have some big architectural stuff too.
That sounds interesting.
Even Rome
and Italy have a lot of.
I was about to say Rome. That might be a little
cathedrals.
Yeah, I was about to say like but see,
I think
more
that's
recent.
When
people need to like.
That's more recent.
That's what I think I need to look at is like when was modern time started, because I feel like that's when people were like, if Rome was created before that Rome thing where gladiators would fight, that had to be built one way or another. But if that was before, I want to see how close all those things were built close to like pyramids and all that.
Yeah.
Because then that would be a good example of, because it was, if it's only
I think it's for sure.
What's a good time? Like, it's 100-year difference. Like how much more technical can a civilization be in 100 years? Like let's say
1900.
So like for example, like pyramids were made, and let's say in 100 years after that Rome gladiator thing was built.
Yeah.
Do you think it's fair to say that?
I think that was too
possible short. You think it's too short?
Too short of time, yeah.
Okay.
From like the pyramids, I think pyramids were pre-Christianity or any form of like strict religion, I guess.
Okay, so like what about 1,000 years? Do you think that's enough time to
like the development of humanity? I guess.
Yeah, just the development of humanity. And like, why can't we like do that today?
Yeah, I think that's like going back to what you were saying, like the the time period. People started just living differently, like in terms of religion. My bad.
Do you think religion had like a super big?
Yeah, cut that out. Cut this cut. Huh?
I got you. Do you think religion, or why do you like keep like saying religion? Like, did religion have the biggest influence on?
Because purpose, like existential purpose, like why, like people. Obviously, people were living to, or like what were people living for? I guess, like. They obviously worship something and some sort of god. That's why I think they... Oh, God, this is so deep.
No. I get what you mean about the whole purpose thing.
Yeah.
And especially like as we evolve as a civilization, not only is our purpose... I wouldn't even say the purpose of life changed, but people just started growing out of that. So even notice that today, or maybe even now, I don't really keep up religion, but slowly I feel like people have the word religion, or even like the praise of religion has slowly been, at least out of my life, it's been slowly not mentioned as much.
Definitely, yeah. I think
so that would go into what you're saying, is just like if it was super religious based and like this is what they really believe this was life, like this is why they created those things, because that was their purpose. That's what they believed the purpose of life was to create these pyramids, to create these ruins, was to create all of these things. Do you think a big portion of those people that believed in that purpose got wiped out though? Because I feel like at one point that shit just stopped getting created. Yeah. Right? And for a good minute.
Yeah. I don't think so. I think they still found purpose. I think it was more so just to they made it simpler, or maybe they figured out a simpler way to live, I guess. Like just without much work, just like they got more smaller scale, maybe like just take care of your family and just
or it could even be kids. Like that legacy thing, like we created this for you guys to live in now,
or like find meaning in
or you guys need to take care of this now, like that. It could be that part.
I agree with that.
I think that would go into like what's the meaning of life now?
Exactly, yeah.
Like we kind of have everything.
Yeah.
Like now at this point we're just getting more techie.
Yeah. It's like, where will technology take us? And that, I think that goes to...
And that's probably the next thing is just tech. Tech thing. Like, where is tech going to take us?
And where do you think that direction is? I think that direction is towards space and like space travel and exploring outside of Earth. Because like at this point, we're already destroying Earth. You know what I mean? Like we're polluting it and all that shit. Like there's global warming. And like I think that's why Mars has become an option to be inhabited, but it's like, what's the point? Like I think Neil deGrasse was talking about it. Like, is there even a point in going to Mars? Like, should we even? Yeah, like, is there a point?
Yeah. Do you think we were meant to do this though? Because even let's put together what we've talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, their purpose was let's create all these things, and then if we bring in legacy, it's like, okay, we created these now. Let's leave. Now, at this point, we're still talking about native people. Because in Peru, they had Machu Picchu. And they created that.
It was like a kick of momentum.
And so that's what I mean. Like, it's a kick of momentum. We created this. Now it's passing it down. Indigenous people. And a bunch of history shit started happening. And now a bunch of other stuff also happened. So now we're advancing through technology. And like you said, I do agree with you. Like, our next thing is space. We're moving out.
Yeah.
Do you think that was supposed to happen? Do you think that was the whole point of not even just life, life, like pretty much the world?
Yeah. And that even goes back to like the
we're meant to go out.
Yeah. And that's like just trying to find where we came from and like what is just the point of anything. Like in all, like in grand scheme of things, like we don't really know much about anything. Like we don't know where we came from, really, like what started it, how, like we just know what we're told to know or what we're told to do. You know what I mean? Like just have kids, I guess, and just let time play its course.
That is the whole point of evolution, though, is just to like reproduce, consistently reproduce and move forward and
to
just and then the next generation,
any organism,
people, anything. That's literally the whole point of evolution.
Yeah.
That was cool.
9/11 inside job.
You still want to talk about that? I'm down.
I think this has gone on for a minute. It's been like at least half an hour.
It's up to you. What are you doing it?
I think we can cut it.
All right, cool. Yeah. All right. Well, that's all we got for this week. Bye, everybody. Hope y'all enjoyed.
Have a good week.
Yep. See y'all.